So if you all are looking for a circus or an area filled with a bunch of boo-boo the fools, some clowns, all you have to do is look no further than Capitol Hill.
Give me your wig, 'cause it seems like you are thrilled with it.
Wake your asses up! It is actually a disaster what's going on up there in Washington, D.C. Everybody's scrambling. The House Republicans are a goddamn mess. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But I wanted to discuss what's going on in the music industry, what's going on with some of these celebrities first. Now, I did speak about what Tank said. If you did not see what he said, he was sitting down with Angela Yee. I did talk about what Tank said on the latest episode of my podcast, the Expression Podcast. Now, in that podcast, I did a lot of things. I discussed Tulsa because of HBO's Watchmen that just came out. I also talked about what's going on politically, which I'll discuss a little bit further. And I dragged the shit out of Kate Hopkins. Here is a sneak peek.
The people who are ugly in spirit, it ends up showing in their face. If all the time you frowning, scowling at somebody, it's going to show up on their face. I'm talking about Grand Canyon type wrinkles. Kate, you're giving us tectonic plate seismic activity in the face, okay? And I don't understand why every moment that you get, you start to drag the shit out of Meghan Markle.
And like I said in the latest episode, which you can find on patreon.com/AdrianExpression. It is exclusively on Patreon. We also talked about what Tank said, like I discussed. He talked about men experimenting with each other and then finding out or figuring out, well, maybe that's not for me. And he's saying those men that do that are not gay. And I don't see anything wrong with what he said, because the gay men that experimented around with women when they were finding out who they are not considered straight. You know what I mean? So I discussed that even further on the podcast. Go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression and check it out. So Lil Nas X Old Town Road has apparently reached the diamond status. That's according to Billboard. In order for a song to reach diamond status, it has to reach at least 10 million sales, and that's sales and streams equivalent. So congratulations to him. What else is going on in the music industry? We had Kanye West. He was giving away free tickets for the Jesus is King album and film experience that's gonna be coming out on IMAX. They were free, but them girls were snatching that shit up and selling them for like $150 and more. I was literally hollering. I can't tell if it's strategy, because all you have to do is sprinkle some Jesus and some Holy Ghost on some shit, and then the black community will embrace your ass as if you didn't talk about slavery was a choice and supporting Trump and rocking, Make America Great Again hats. I don't understand. I guess people's memory is selective. But honestly, if you really take a look at some of the things that Kanye has done, I don't think it's strategic as so much as he really believes what he believes in the moment that he believes it. And then I just don't understand it. And like I said, I don't know how they coming out of the woodworks ready to clap their hands and stomp their feet. It's just really cringy at this point. Please tell me what you guys think about it. And every time I talk about somebody like that, or a musician like that, or a celebrity like that, people automatically think that I'm like, oh, are you trying to say they ain't talented? When did I ever say that? All I said was that shit was corny. I didn't say they wasn't talented. I just said what they were doing is corny to me. Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know what's going on, but the girls are saying you might need a new team. From your stylist to your makeup artist, it seems like a lot of things are going on. So the first one I'll talk about is her makeup artist. So Megan Thee Stallion was recently followed around by Vogue like for a day, and they went horseback riding. They love to do that with Megan Thee Stallion because her name's Stallion. They went horseback riding. It was really cute. So Megan Thee Stallion put this up, and these were some of the comments, this exchange on Instagram between her makeup artist and Megan. And the makeup artist was kind of angry or oppressed that he didn't get credited or whatever, even though in the actual video of Vogue, Megan did shout his ass out. And Megan was like, girl, if you were this hurt about this, you could have texted me in. I was like, what is going on within the castle walls? And then if you go on to her stylist, somebody had left a comment saying that, oh, Megan Thee Stallion dresses like a WWE fighter or something like that. Sis does look like she could give us a few kicks and flips. Sis, like what's wrong with saying that? Sis looks like she's ready to die. She's giving us Power Ranger type of tease with the way that the stylist has her coming out here. It's giving us very much so superhero acrobatics type of tease with her wardrobe. There's no shame in that, sis. If that's what she likes, that's what she likes. I'm over here wearing half shirts and shit. I don't have no room to talk. So that's what somebody left a comment underneath there. And her stylist came back with this, oh, you big turkey neck, wide back, talking to the person who left the comment, wide back, swollen knee, thick ankle, double chin, not knee, cheeseburger smelling. I'm like, God damn, sis, if you are that confident in your abilities as a stylist, you would not need to leave these type of comments on somebody's Instagram. And it really does reflect badly on Megan. If you're happy with your good sis going out there looking like she's a character from the Marvel films, then you should just stand up in that shit, sis. She stood up in your clothes. Okay. So I just think, Megan, you need to watch these motherfuckers. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We can only see what's happening, what's being presented to us. Like I said, this is all just speculation, but sis, I don't know what you need to do. You need to rearrange, send a few pink slips somewhere, contact HR or something, contact your manager, because I don't know what's going on with this. Your team is a lot. So I wanted to know what you guys think about this. Cardi B went up onto somebody's interview. Y'all know I don't be paying attention to it sometimes. She went onto somebody's interview and said, she is the reason why female rappers are getting signed right now. And she said, when I was out, they wasn't signing female rappers. And I'm just like, sis, I don't know how to feel about that, because yeah, I will say that maybe she opened up the doors for the girls who just wanted to look pretty and do some nursery rhymes on the beat. But as far as I'm concerned, there were signed female rappers before Cardi, during Cardi. I don't know. So those of you who have more knowledge of the music industry or whatever, please let me know in the comments what you think about Cardi's statement. But I think, maybe Cardi started some trends or made a few things popular, but as far as she's the reason why female rappers are being signed, I'm not really seeing that, but I could be wrong. Somebody let me know. So we have to move on to the political side of this video, because there's so much bullshit going on. I don't even know where to begin. So Mark Zuckerberg, remember I told y'all that he is not fact checking. He is allowing politicians to spread bullshit, to spread lies in their advertisements on his social media platform, right? So he went in before, I think, the House of Representatives to testify, and I saw a specific clip on MSNBC, right? And it was of Maxine Waters asking Mark Zuckerberg, okay, so you don't fact check it? What do you fact check? And he was like, we don't fact check our political ads because we feel like in a democracy, we need to know exactly what the politicians are saying. That's complete bullshit to me. So then Maxine followed up with, okay, so do you fact check anything? What do you fact check? He's just essentially from what I'm gathering is that the only ads that he does not fact check are political ads, and that's the excuse that he used. It's absolutely insane. And then on top of that, he wants to start a new cryptocurrency called Libra. He's like, I don't know if it will work, and he's like, but we should try new things. And he also said Facebook is not the entity that people want to see trying to do this type of shit. But he's like, you got to trust me. It's like, says we're doing everything and anything but trusting your ass, Mark Zuckerberg, with those paper cut built ass lips that is just bullshit falling out of them. That's the last thing we're gonna do, is trust you with the way that you're twirling around and trying to push out propaganda. We really don't. We would like to unsee it, okay? Now let's switch over to Grandma Winnie and see what she has to say about Donald Trump.
Hi, I'm Grandma Winnie. I'm 100 years old, and all I want for my birthday is for someone to impeach this sucker.
Those are my feelings exactly. Now, sis, we're gonna watch you because you are 100 years old, no shade, so I don't know what you was doing in the 1940s, sus. I'm gonna keep my eye on you, Miss Grandma Winnie. Let me stop playing. So there's a lot of things been going on. I talk about on the podcast, the Expression Podcast, which you need to go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. I talk about the fact that the acting ambassador to Ukraine, William Taylor, was, gave a lot of details regarding the quid pro quo. I also talk about the fact that Trump said that the emoluments clause, which is in the goddamn Constitution, he said that shit was phony. And he tried to pinpoint certain things that Obama did and try to say, well, if he did it, why couldn't I? And it's just like those things, it's the false equivalency that he was trying to draw. So if you want some more details on that, go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression, sign up. Oh, I'm plugging it in like Glade, honey. One of the most important things that happened, right before I'm recording this damn video, which is actually insane to me. I was just literally seeing it on the TV. The House Republicans, let me make sure I get this right, because it's actually insane. Watch this. The House Republicans tried to upend Laura Cooper's testimony by storming the hearing room, right? So Laura Cooper is the top top Pentagon official that was overseeing U.S. policy regarding Ukraine. And this whole quid pro quo thing with Ukraine is just a mess. So she went to testify, and the House Republicans stormed the hearing room. I mean, they're breaking all types of rules because they're not supposed to bring phones into that secure location, into that secure room that they were having the testimony behind closed doors. They stormed it, about 20 of them, led by Matt Gaetz, I think it is. Oh, I can't stand his ass. I can't stand Matt Gaetz. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce his last name. I don't care. Now, this was so disruptive and so against rules that the Capitol Police had to go in there and basically they're gonna have to do a security sweep because it was supposed to be a private hearing. They're gonna have to do a security sweep, make sure nobody left no schmicks, you know what I mean? Because they just barged in there. It was the top trend on Twitter. It was like, arrest them. People are like, Capitol Police need to go in there, arrest their ass. Why are you breaking the rules in such a way? The Republicans, the administration, the executive branch, is just scrambling at this point. They're trying to create every and any type of distraction that their peanut brains, can muster up. No George Washington Carver, their peanut shell built brains can muster up. After Mick Mulvaney went up there and just said, yeah, girl, it was a quick pro. After he went up there and continued to just make things harder for Trump, there were rumors swirling around that Trump is thinking about replacing Mick Mulvaney, the acting chief of staff, with Kellyanne Conway, and it's just like distraction after distraction. But I'm just like, we're living in an alternative facts, Miss Kellyanne Conway. That's why I love to call her the Wicked Witch of the White House. Y'all already know that's my favorite. That's my favorite nickname for her. Double toil and trouble. American Horror Story racist coven built ass. She's giving me witch tease. You know what I mean? She's giving me Sabrina the Teenage Witch without the youth. We're living in alternative facts. Then on top of that, Trump's former U.S. Attorney General Matt Whitaker with his old thumbs from Spy Kids shaped head ass. You see what I'm saying? Bowling ball in the head shaped ass. I mean, he's giving me, it's very phallic the way he's giving me circumcised peens shaped head ass. Vertical pill in the forehead. That's what he's giving me. Matt Whitaker went up on the Fox and said that abuse of power is not a crime. So the New York Times pointed out in an explainer of the impeachment process that the Constitution allows Congress to remove presidents who commit treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. The term high crimes and misdemeanors refers specifically to an abuse of power by a high-level public official and does not necessarily have to be a violation of an ordinary criminal statute. So while you're over here trying to say, oh, abuse of power doesn't actually, it's not an actual crime, while you're over here trying to say that, Article 2 of the Articles of Impeachment against Nixon was abuse of power, and Bill Clinton also had abuse of power covered in his impeachment articles as well. So while y'all over here trying to give alternative facts like the bamboo stick built ass Kellyanne Conway said, while you're over here trying to say, well, it's not actually a crime, y'all are trying to, instead of focus on what actually happened, you're trying to focus on the process, trying to disturb the process of trying to get to the truth. And if that's the case, why, if y'all ain't did nothing wrong, then why are you trying to disturb the process? Storming rooms and shit like you think you somebody's Jamaican mama. Sit your ass down. Sit y'all asses down. But we're getting the truth little by little. And honestly, at this point, it's not little by little. It's just like headline after headline, bombshell after bombshell. I mean, Russia's getting exactly what they want when it comes to all this Kurds and Turkey and all that. It's just, we'll see how far these people are willing to follow, because at this point it seems like a cult. Okay, y'all are storming rooms. It already did, but now you get to see the true ugliness of it because they're scared and scrambling. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure that you sign up to patreon.com/AdrianExpression for early content and the podcast and more. And make sure, unlike the politicians in Washington, D.C. trying to sort this mess out, that you have a good goddamn evening.